Life often feels like a battlefield, doesn't it? We face challenges that seem insurmountable, struggles that drain our strength, and battles we never thought we'd have to fight. But there's good news. You are not fighting alone. The Bible reminds us in 2 Chronicles 20:15, "Do not be afraid or discouraged because of this vast army, for the battle is not yours but God's." Think about that for a moment. God is saying, "Let me fight for you." It's not a call to step away from responsibility, but a reassurance that we are never truly on our own. Let's dive deeper into how faith can transform the way we see our struggles and lead us to victory, no matter how tough the fight seems. Each of us faces battles, but they come in different forms. Maybe for you it's a financial crisis that leaves you wondering how you'll make it through the month. Or maybe it's an illness, yours or a loved one's, that feels like a storm without end. But what does it mean to let God fight for you? It starts with surrender. Philippians 4:6 tells us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." When we take our battles to God, something amazing happens. He gives us His peace, a peace that doesn't make sense to the world but anchors us even in chaos. Imagine handing over the weight you're carrying to someone infinitely stronger. That's what faith does. It doesn't erase the battle, but it changes the outcome. But faith isn't passive, it's active. Trusting God doesn't mean we sit back and do nothing. It means we act, but we act with the confidence that the ultimate victory is in His hands. James 2:26 reminds us, "Faith without deeds is dead." So how do we put faith into action while trusting God for the outcome? It might look like serving others, even when you're struggling yourself. Or it might mean staying obedient to His word, even when it's hard. Take David, for example. When he faced Goliath, he didn't stand idly by. He picked up a slingshot and 5 stones, fully trusting that God would guide his aim. In the same way, we're called to do our part, no matter how small it seems, while trusting God for the victory. Here's the truth. When we trust God with our battles, the outcome is always better than we could imagine. Romans 8:28 promises, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Victory might not look like what we expect. Sometimes it's not the battle ending, but us becoming stronger through it. Sometimes it's finding peace instead of resolution. But one thing is certain, God's plan is always for our good, and His power is limitless. When we let go and let God, we experience a kind of victory the world can't offer, one that brings joy, freedom, and purpose, even in the midst of life's toughest moments. As you face today's battles, remember this: you don't fight alone. God is with you, fighting for you, and His victory is already won. Take heart, stand firm, and let your faith lead you to the life God has promised. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs encouragement. Let's remind the world that no battle is too big when it belongs to the Lord.